It's ketchup packets.
Hey everybody, I'm Nate.
I'm Sean.
And this is Ketchup Packets. Today we're watching Season 4, Episode 2 of Barry, called Bestest Place on the Earth.
There we go. We are still in the mode of no capital letters in the titles of these episodes.
Yeah.
It didn't do that in the first two seasons, but ever since Barry came back post-COVID, there's been no capital letters in the episode titles, and I don't understand what that means.
That's weird.
It's an odd style choice, but there we go. Commenting on that again, I guess. So what happened in the first episode of Season 4?
Well, Barry has no friends.
No.
Except maybe Fuchs now.
Yeah.
Loves him again.
And he's in jail.
He's in jail.
Getting beat up by the guard who tried to be friends with him.
Right. Well, he asked for it.
Yeah,
like
so it's a little bit of no friends by choice, you know? Like a friend reached out to him and he rejected that friend.
I don't think he believes he deserves friends at this point.
He seems to be fully coming to terms with the horrible things. The way that Kusino and then Sally both just unequivocally rejected him. Just like, I'm not even going to talk to you. I'm not going to say anything but go away, you know? So, yeah.
I would feel bad for him if he wasn't such a horrible monster.
And then Hank and Cristobal are going to get into the sand business.
Sand smuggling.
Yeah, they had to bring it in undetected for some reason.
I don't understand. I feel like there's companies that do this.
Right, yeah, but that's the thing. You don't want to step on the toes of Big Sand, you know?
Yeah.
They'll hustle you out.
Yeah, they sure will.
It's like that Simpsons episode where Homer gets into the grease game, remember?
That's right.
And any existing racket, well, you know, you can't just move in.
No.
Got to do it secretly.
You don't make the big bucks with like all the legitimacy, and you gotta like fill out forms and stuff, and that takes time. You just get the sand. Just get the sand and sell it on the black sand market.
That's right. Nothing. So wait a minute. Is that the market for black sand or the black market for sand?
I think it's the market for black sand.
Because that stuff comes from like volcanic islands and stuff like that, right? You ever seen a black sand beach?
That's like the good shit.
Yeah, I've been to a beach like that. It's really crazy.
I've seen black sand before. Pretty cool.
We've gotten off topic, Nate.
Yes, we have.
Barry.
Yes. Sally.
Yeah, Sally's in Missouri with her strange parents.
Yes, distant, emotionally distant parents.
Yes, distant in different ways. And that's all miserable.
It's looking pretty bad for her. I'm wondering what part she has to play in the rest of this, really.
Well, I think she'd be a witness against Barry, probably. Some prosecution is going to want to talk to her pretty soon, I would imagine.
Should we... we have Kusino.
Yeah.
Blowing up his own spot there a little bit.
Trying to, like, talk to the reporter with a Batman voice and, you know, disguise who he is. But I think he's going to get figured out. You know?
Yeah. And it's, he's going to ruin his whole thing that he's trying to do.
And probably get Barry set free.
Yep.
So that'll be great.
That's not great.
No.
Shall we?
Yeah, I think we should dive in.
Yeah, we have a Patreon. Check it out in the link below if you're interested. We have full-length reactions over there. We have movie polls and other polls if you want to help us decide what we're going to be watching. And without further ado, let's watch Barry.
Is Barry's beard going to be a timekeeping device for us?
That'd be smart. Oh. Child Barry playing war games.
Okay, this is a missing piece, though. We know nothing about Barry's, like, real past. His family, anything like that. So I want to see this.
That was a crazy transition.
Barry, say hello.
Hey.
It's the first time they met. Little did he know.
You know, maybe one of these days, you'll let me play army with you, yeah?
That's kind of depressing.
We have a process in motion of giving you a new life. Why would you turn away from that?
Gentlemen, I don't think I should say anything else without my attorney, Gail Winograde, present.
See, he genuinely is on Barry's side again.
I'd like to introduce myself. I'm the Raven. Over there is my associate, Barry Berkman. You probably saw him on the news. He's a
Yeah, he's gonna try to get them some power in this place.
What's your name, son?
Jason?
Jason. No. Need something with more flair. Live wire. What's your name?
I'm trying to watch a show.
We'll call you Chief Groove 2.
I don't want a nickname.
Live wire and Groove 2. Looks like the Raven.
I feel like he's cruising for a bruising too.
Yeah, he's gonna get killed or something like that.
I'm Jason. My name is
You're
Jason.
Live wire, motherfucker. You're Jason, you're Live wire, and I'm the Raven.
That speech was really good.
Thank you. Really, I'm sorry, buddy.
I get it. It's okay.
Yeah.
What is Fuchs's game? I just cannot trust a word out of his mouth ever.
No, I don't think you should trust him.
Does this boxes of sand?
I guess we'll see.
I see you are still in the shipping business.
What do you want?
A while ago, Hank and I
It's Jules
approached
Pierre Mao.
Yep, it is.
Well, we are holding a meeting with hopefully you and the Guatemalans.
You're never gonna set a table together.
I think I can. If that table happens to be at the bestest place on the earth.
Dave and Buster's.
Busters.
The Chechens had style and distribution, but we were complete boners at stealing shit.
And we were the best of thieves, but had no idea how to distribute. And we were too busy blowing the shit out of each other to realize that we needed
Dude, this is ridiculous.
weaknesses. We will all succeed beyond our wildest imagination. But there must be zero bloodshed.
Hello, can I start you guys with an appetizer?
Yes, we'll have some jalapeno poppers for the table, please.
They're just doing this in public,
Yeah,
talking
it's-
about bloodshed and stuff.
They're yelling
The
it.
Bolivians. We all can do it.
Seems like it's working. Okay, yeah.
That's it. And everyone
No,
come with me.
everybody's
And we
leaving.
will all go to the Wicked Tuna
You think?
right here, right
Think
here.
that was a go?
come on,
Okay.
come on. Look, right
Awesome.
over here, we have
They seem to have bought it.
Sand smuggling.
Oh, they're gonna bust Barry out of prison. Gene is gonna just really muddy this whole thing up.
Ruin it for himself.
Oh my god!
Oh boy.
Sally, this is not a
She
good
came-
idea.
She came all the way back here?
Stay away from him. I mean, home is no comfort, clearly.
Yeah,
we saw that.
yes.
Sorry. I fucked up. I'm really sorry. Sally.
You gonna be honest with her?
Our dog, Muffin, remember before you were arrested? Muffin bit me and you said you were going to find him a new home. Did you?
I told you what I did to Muffin.
No, you didn't tell me. That's why I flew all the way here.
This her finding out if she got rid of if he got rid of that body.
You got nothing to worry about. You're okay.
That's all she really needs to know.
Is that the only thing you came here for?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why aren't you leaving?
Because this is really weird.
Yeah.
Sally, I didn't lie to you.
You
did.
I didn't lie to you.
You did.
Yes, you did, Barry.
I didn't tell you the part I didn't want to be true.
That's
It
lying.
was my other self. Oh man.
You were so loving to me.
Hang up the phone,
You
Sally.
made me feel like a fucking human.
At least he's trapped in there and he can't get to her.
Mhm.
And it was just you being you, just you being Sally.
I mean, this poor woman is never going to be okay after the relationships she's gone through.
No.
Safe with you.
You feel safe with me? Is that what you said? Sally, that's beautiful. Do you really feel safe with me?
Like after he blew up
Yeah.
at you at your office,
Yeah,
that
right.
makes you feel safe.
Do you mean that? Because you are safe with me, Sally. You're always going to be safe with me.
No, she's not.
Sally, I love you. Sally, I love you.
She can't hear you.
Sally.
Bill Hader is doing such a good job of giving me the creeps.
Yeah.
You're always...
See, the thing is, I think that he just really doesn't think that all of this is that big of a deal.
Yeah, he's
Like, what he did is that big of a deal, and that everyone's kind of overreacting and
right.
stuff, you know?
He thinks if he can build momentum, he can get her to see past it. You know?
Yeah, right.
So, why did we bring you here? It is because of this. But this is
It's
not what you are
actually
thinking. It is
not drugs, it's
not
just
heroin,
sand.
not heroin.
Yep.
When it comes to enforcing and protecting said merch, sometimes you need that ace in the hole. Ours is top assassin named Barney Berkman.
So
What?
Our homie's in prison. We're going to break him out. Prison break 2023!
I don't think Cristobal knew about that piece.
And it doesn't seem like it's a good idea.
Oh, man.
Recognized, but not for a reason you want.
I'll read for waitress number 2.
Do you read what people are saying about you on social media?
No.
Well, now it's going to mainstream media.
I'm curious what this is.
Coming up later in our show, there's a new development in the viral entitled C-word girl. Turns out her boyfriend was an entitled K-word.
Oh, that's right. She went viral for yelling at Natalie in the elevator.
That's right.
Up against. You are no longer Sally Reed. You're the entitled cunt girl who dated a serial killer.
Oh, boy.
It's not like your career's over. A reality show or
Yeah.
a podcast. And you would make more money than God.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a silver lining, I
Profile
guess.
strikes against you. And on top of that, you have integrity.
Become a high-profile Twitter personality, you know?
Exactly.
The only reason I brought you here is because I just can't have more attention. I can't be in the spotlight.
Jeez, Gene.
Literally standing in a spotlight.
Only to you. For Vanity Fair.
Yeah, okay, well,
And
that's a
I'm
lot
gonna
more than
tell it
just
to you
him,
in
isn't
the
it?
only way I know how.
He's gonna do it as a one-man show.
You know, I just came back from the war. It did something terrible to me. Yeah, and the word on the street is, you don't just teach acting, you save lives.
Well,
oh my God, Gene.
I was happy to see Gene back to his old self, and now I realize that his old self was not great.
Yeah, total megalomaniac.
And then one day, like Siegfried or Roy, he turned on me like an ungrateful tiger.
What the hell is he talking about?
Do you see the reporter's face, though?
Yeah, he was like, this is gonna be
jackpot.
great. Yeah.
I give the Chechens, Bolivians, all the LA gangs. I used to be in the network. I just got one request.
What's that?
Can I take someone with me?
What?
Okay, I go home, and there he is.
He's all sweaty.
His arm around my grandson. Death in his eyes.
I mean, this is a horrifying story to tell.
I love you, Barry. You do? You betcha. Can you say it again? Sure, why not? I love you.
Is that how that happened?
The next time I see him, he's got his hat firmly in his hand, and in the other hand, a bag filled with $250,000 cash.
Okay, so you just cop to that.
Said, I'm an anonymous source, right? Yes. Hush, hush.
How? How?
Great. Let me walk you out. Now, if you want to talk about the show, you can talk about the show, fine. But just don't say who the...
Is Sally really standing there?
She's in town.
So she just saw all that?
How could you know and not warn me?
Oh, he kidnapped me? Oh, he threatened me. He threatened my family.
Yeah, she's freaking out.
Living with him.
And you're telling me that you didn't see one sign?
Oh, God.
No.
We're both victims here. He was obsessed with us. He treated us like superstars. As actors,
That's
really hard to resist.
true, but she's right to be indignant here,
Yeah,
I think.
I think so too.
Where is the guy who was supposed to be in here?
They said he got moved to special housing.
He said, can I take somebody with me? Does he mean, like, go into witness protection and bring Sally with him? Is that his idea?
I don't think
I can't do
that they would let that happen.
Embarrassed me today.
Ronnie's in prison. Okay. He needs our help.
I love you, Hank. I want you to hear that.
I think Hank is in love with Barry, too.
Yeah. Yep. All along.
Yeah.
Hello? When you're honest, you get fucked.
Fuchs?
Love will lead you to ruin.
How are you?
Are these song titles?
I just found out he took it. He's telling them everything.
How did he get Fuchs's deal?
Barry's working with the FBI?
I don't know who to turn to, Hank. I mean, you know him. Why would he do that?
Sounds like Barry had an out here. And then flipped the script on himself again.
Who was that?
We have to kill Barry.
All right.
Well, see, everyone in this show is so fickle. Mm-hmm. Just always. Well, that's why you just never want to get involved with people who have killing as part of the things they do.
Yeah.
Because you never know when you're going to get on the wrong side of them when they're going to decide they're going to kill you, you know?
The no honor among thieves kind of extends itself to also, like...
Murderers.
Cold-blooded murderers. Yeah.
If you know somebody who's okay murdering people, you never know when they might murder you.
Right. Well, so I'm just wondering, so Barry's gonna flip on probably Hank and Cristobal, right? That's kind of all he has left, really.
Yeah, he said the Chechen and Bolivian gangs, which is just those two guys at this point. Yeah, so...
And they only have one murder on him, technically.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cop, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
But it's like all of the other stuff that Fuchs knows, he was gonna try and get out of him, and then he didn't.
Yeah.
He chose not to.
They have an attempted murder on Barry as well. I mean, he was in a room full of police when he put a gun to Jim Moss's head, and he didn't know there was anyone else there. So that's also
true.
Pretty dead to rights, and you can put him away for like 6 to 8 or whatever for doing that. You know,
that's assault with a deadly weapon. That's not attempted murder because he didn't say I'm gonna kill you now.
No, but he put the gun to his head.
I get.
You know,
that's still, I guess.
Walk up right behind a man who's not looking and put the
Yes.
gun to his head. That's attempted murder.
I'm not a lawyer, but maybe one of our viewers is.
Yeah.
What is that, Cons? Is that attempted murder?
I think it is.
Yeah. I think you have to fire the gun for it to be attempted murder. But I don't know.
Just
Maybe
show me the knife in your back.
Yes.
Not too deep, but it should be able to stand up by itself.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's a Chief Wiggum quote, everybody. The Simpsons.
Yes, The Simpsons. A little known classic. It seems like it would be dissatisfying for everyone else to go down except Barry.
Yeah, that.
You know what
I mean, we're early in the season. That can't be how it winds up. But
right now,
he's
everyone else is screwing up in terms of making sure that Barry gets his in the end.
Yeah.
Everyone.
So
Kusino screwed up majorly.
Kusino is going to have implicated himself in crimes. Like naming that big bag of cash Barry gave him, I think, was probably the number one problem. Didn't he buy his son's house with that?
Yeah.
So,
that was all dirty money that he took.
I don't think. Yeah, is that the money that Barry got paid for the bomb? I think.
Oh yeah, I don't remember where he got it.
So, but yeah, I mean, Kusino, I think maybe is going to wind up also in jail for telling the reporter that story. Like, he's going to also go to jail. Sally, I'm curious if she will wind up. Like, wouldn't that be the thing to have the show just put every single major character behind bars, you know?
Except Barry. At the end, he gets out in the witness protection program, and every other main character
that would be
jail.
awful. I hope that's. Now I'm worried that might be what happens. But,
just him like sipping a mojito on a beach somewhere at the very end while everyone else is in prison.
Well, I mean, the really unsatisfying thing would be for Kusino and Sally and Barry to all go to prison and Fuchs to get away. So, like, at least we're not. I hope that's not what happens, but I don't know. It's occurred to me that they're all kind of exposed maybe for jail, including Sally and Jean, and it would be interesting for the show to have them all pulled into sort of Barry's gravity of horribleness. You know, he makes all their lives.
Yeah. What is Sally? Oh, I guess she is a murderer.
She killed that guy. Yeah,
she killed that guy, and then he got rid of the body.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I can tell you where a body's buried. with her DNA on it or something.
Right, yeah,
like
if
that.
he gets squeezed enough, she rejected him again, who knows if Barry would do that. Yeah, because, I mean, like you said, it was a pretty clean self-defense kill in the actuality of what happened there, but after you get rid of the body and hide it, you're now in trouble, and regardless of how self-defense the kill was initially, if you take steps to hide the body and pretend it didn't happen, now you're in I killed somebody trouble,
and she's the nasty C-word girl who was married to the
She wasn't married to him, but they were dating.
Dating
she thanked him at her premiere.
And didn't somehow see any of the signs. Kusno brought up an interesting point of like, you didn't see any indication.
Oh, wow.
of this.
Yeah, they maybe are laying some groundwork that she's going to be in real trouble about this. What do you remember the young actress that was on Joplin who told her like that Barry was bad news? How vindicated does she feel, do you think?
Oh my God.
She was like, Sally, you're dating a violent guy, and now when all the news comes out, she's like, oh wow, I was really right about that.
Right. I have a good judge of character.
I watched him blow up, and that's all I needed to see. I was like, that guy is a multiple murderer.
Yep. Well, she's in for some nice, healthy relationships and bullet dodging in her life, I think. If she can spot that quickly.
Yeah. Think so.
And I mean that sincerely. If you're that quick to like be able to be like, red flag, that guy's trouble. It's that's a good trait.
The kids these days are adept at that kind of thing. The new Gen Z kids are very good at making sure people aren't allowed to get away with toxic behavior. So more power to them. They say you want the youth to make you feel like you're old and out of touch because it means that progress is still happening.
Oh, the internet makes me feel like I'm old and out of touch all the time, and it's all the youth's fault.
Yeah, it certainly is. But that's like I said, it's a good thing. We want them to progress and be better than us, right?
Yep. I wonder who Barry wants to take with him.
Yeah, that was a confusing question. So, like,
if he takes Sally with him into the witness protection program, that could actually solve a lot of her kind of problems in terms of like, they just get to go somewhere else. She gets to start a new life and no longer be like recognized.
But her life is that she wanted and that she'd been working for her whole life is ruined already, and she can't get it back. Like that's what Lindsay was explaining to her. Is that like there's no more hope of being Sally Reed, the actress, ever. And I think that is honestly pretty tragic because she again didn't make any specific mistake besides just happening to get involved with the wrong person. And I don't think there was anything about her and Barry's early relationship other than his just general strangeness that should have made her realize what she was getting into.
Right.
It seems totally not her fault.
You try to convince a jury of that, though.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying I feel bad for her on a character level of
we know
all her efforts and her work has been destroyed.
We know for sure that she didn't necessarily have any real reason to think anything untoward was going on because he is a total chameleon person. He's an alien, but he's also like the way that Barry behaved around her would never give you any indication that he's a little weird. There
was one time when she was talking to him in his bedroom and bullets were coming through the window and she didn't notice, right? Or like she wasn't.
That's right. She just
maybe maybe she wasn't in there when that was happening, but like there were still feathers falling in the room and stuff because bullets had just come through the window and she did. So she did have a few oblivious moments, but that can be forgiven.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm also so I'm a true crime fan, and I've learned about a lot of serial killers. And one of the things that they do oftentimes is have sort of like a family life and then this other person that they kind of are. And people like who have that type of personality type are really good at compartmentalizing. And like people look at like their spouses and their families and they say like, how could you didn't think anything was off? And it's like, well, maybe not. And she was kind of so self-centered or like so self-involved that she just maybe didn't really notice the stuff, or she wasn't paying attention to him so much.
Right.
She was paying attention to herself.
I mean, and I think the point I was originally making about her when I brought up this topic was just that it's not her fault at all that any of this happened. There's nothing wrong that she did to put her in this position of being with such a monstrous person.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, in the true crime world, when people talk about these cases, there's a lot of speculation about like, well, how much involvement did the spouse have? And it's like, you know what? a lot of times it's none, and they just are like just as surprised as everybody else. You know, maybe they're like, yeah, my husband's a little weird and he stays out late and I don't know what he's doing specifically, but he's an adult, he can kind of do what he wants. Then you find out that he's like got 6 bodies in a storage shed somewhere, and then you're like, oh, I did not see that coming.
Yeah,
you know, like, and that it actually happens like that. So it would be difficult to convince a jury of that. Maybe,
right, it's hard to get a group of 12 people who are locked in a room to argue about this topic. You know?
Yeah, right. But also, like, you get one body buried in the woods covered in stab wounds with her DNA on it. All of a sudden, all of that sort of like benefit of the doubt goes out the window.
Exactly,
so Barry does kind of have her like in a very sketchy spot, and he's the only one who knows where that body is. She doesn't even know where
Albert knows where that is.
Albert knows where that is.
Albert was there for that. And Albert has not returned yet, but...
And he didn't tell her that he showed up.
No. Yeah, that could be the factor that really squeezes Sally, is that body could be given up by Albert. Barry doesn't have to give it up.
I don't think Barry would give it up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's a worry.
Everyone is... I hadn't watched any of this since we last watched it, and I was thinking, okay, so Barry is hosed, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's potentially hosed. Nobody left. None of the characters that are left in this have clean hands.
Yeah.
None of them.
Hopefully Natalie's okay. She's got her show running now, you know, about the cupcakes in Central Park or whatever. I don't know.
I feel like we might see a little cameo by Natalie just because she was such a big part of the show and she's so great. But
yeah,
she doesn't really have any bearing in the story anymore.
I want all the acting friends to be witnesses in Barry's prosecution at some point. They got to bring them through at some point during all that. That's our chance to see them again.
I'm starting to think we don't see a prosecution, man.
Well, but an investigation, you know, like I'm not meaning in a courtroom, but interviewing witnesses trying to build a case against Barry, they'll talk to these people.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, I would like to see that too. There's some funny characters in there.
Indeed. Well, is that about it for episode 2 of Barry season 4?
I think so. Oh man, this is about to be great. Oh boy.
Yeah, who knows where it will go? As always with Barry, we've got 6 episodes left.
Well. Thanks for watching, everybody. We really appreciate all of you, and I'm Nate.
I'm Sean.
And this is Ketchup Packets.